Hello, everybody. Welcome to your Daily Pop. And I'm reutilizing and repurposing my old tarot calendar because now it is time for a new year. And I got an unbelievable, cool new calendar. And I posted some pictures over on IG. And I love this because these are like giant tarot cards almost. So I am actually going to pull two regular cards. We have the Sun. And then we have Seven of Cups in our choices. Now I love this because Seven of Cups to me represents realizing that there comes a time when our destiny is something that is just truly ours. It's ours alone. And right now, anything can be the catalyst. It can be experience with a special person, something we're doing new each day, a path we choose, something we feel called to do. And it's a discovery. It's nothing to do with what everyone else wants or seems to want for you or for themselves. It is solely for you. So it really does take a beautiful conviction that takes hold, and then we just begin. We have a sense of power. It's a true sense of self. It's definitely accompanied by a need for action and a commitment to explore something different or a purposeful choice altogether. Lots of times something will come up in a book, a TED Talk or something, and I will be so compelled to investigate and then study and see what's going on and then translate and refer that message to other people. So right now, with these two cards together, it's saying Spirit is encouraging you to step really boldly into a new empowered sense of authentic purpose. You're going to be bolstered by a healthy dose of self-esteem, conviction, inner power, and you're going to let go of that old conditioning because we do have choices, and that's what that Seven of Cups reminds us. We always have choices. Do you want the old way where you don't have growth, or do you want to just step into your power? Take direction, to only where you want to go. You don't want to go to where you've already gone. Your discipline is going to help you evolve. It's ours by nature too. We always do want to do better and find new things and feel good about who we are. And there's ways to do this, and it's by forgiving ourselves for our past mistakes and moving forward. We can write down our most inventive and creative ideas, our goals and our dreams with optimistic energy. Take time to bring them to life. Brighten up your space and remove clutter from your surroundings. Throw out unwanted materials from past chapters. They're no use for them anymore. I know I definitely had to go through some of my stuff, and I've got to streamline every single day. I look for reasons to do that. Make a habit of learning a new thing each day. Expand that beautiful mind of yours. I definitely like these crazy new art endeavors and resin practices. I love them. Play music that lifts you up and motivates your soul. Reggae does it for me. I love classical music. Really take time to fall in love with yourself and your life. I read this thing this morning too that talked about a therapist talking to one of their clients and saying, listen, you don't have to feel great and super motivated about your life in the next day, but just try to apply some curiosity. Be curious for what might happen at that party, at that job interview, the next day, going for your walk. When you're curious about it, you want it to unfold. You want to investigate. There's no better time than right now. So get started on those projects you've been putting off. Start loving yourself. Create the life you've always wanted for yourself. It's right there, and it's more accessible than we think. So also, we have to remember a very big key to healing, because I feel like the Sun is a very healing card. Honesty. When we routinely lie to ourselves and lie to others, it makes it into an unconscious habit. And when it becomes a habit, the ego has a much easier time in rationalizing, engaging in actions that are harmful for your well-being and other people. For a lot of us, our minds are our own worst enemy at times because they have made lying a subconscious pattern behavior to ourselves. Oh, I don't really need to do that. I don't really need to apologize. I don't really need to put in my best effort. But this is I am changing all that. I read this thing too that I love that talks about how all things exist simultaneously. Every possibility is already happening somewhere in the universe. The simple act of visualizing your desired outcome, don't take that lightly. It's how you will achieve the results you're asking for. It's the answer to your question in regards to your next right action. Make it happen by visualizing your desired outcome. I do this all the time when I have a difficult time to motivate to getting my materials together. I always love doing reads. It's my favorite thing. But what happens is if I have to set up a space for it and I allow myself to get disconcerted by the effort that's going to take, or trying to carve out quiet and all of that, So instead, I just visualize it being peaceful, beautiful, bright, colorful, and wonderful. And then I get excited about it. Because if we're serious about our vision and we're passionate about making it happen, we begin now to visualize it on a daily basis, and then we experience it as our new reality. I don't care if it has to do with your love life, if it has to do with a big project you want to get going, an exercise retinue, whatever it is, just visualize it. Then you really get excited and you get aligned with that energy as well. I'm telling you, that's how I do this. I get my coat right by the door. I have my boots right by the door. I have everything that I would need to go out and go for a walk ready, so I can just scoop it up and go. That way there isn't difficulties and my ego doesn't have time to talk me out of it. I really do believe in that 15-second rule. As soon as we think it, we know it's beneficial, go for it. Go to that refrigerator and start making that salad. Go put that coat on, go out for that walk. Go in that kitchen and try that new recipe. Do not sit there and mull it over and complicate it, because that's when we'll talk ourselves out of it. But we want to step into this by knowing we need to minimize our options too, because we're not trying to drive ourselves bonkers. You ever go to a restaurant and like the menu is 50 gazillion pages long? You almost give up on reality. You're almost like, I want a bowl of cereal. Like I can't with it, right? We have so many choices to make throughout the day that we don't want to be overcomplicating things. This is about simplicity. What do I want today? I want to be creative. What would bring me joy? And then I picture a canvas, I picture my oils, and then I picture myself sitting down, painting, listening to classical music, having the best time. Those types of things. What decks do I want to use in my reads? I get excited about those. What pieces of my jewelry do I want to make? I get excited about those. Like, this is right within arm's reach, and I'm going to share you a little funny story about this necklace. So last night, I'm really binge watching with my husband 100% like a crazy person. Yellowstone. I like Kevin Costner. I love the actor that plays Beth Dalton in that. Her name will come to me. Absolutely love her. So I looked down and I saw one of my little desk things. It's like a little carrier thing with all my beads in it. I'm like, oh, because I was watching like the turquoise and all this stuff. It was like big sky Montana. And I was like, oh, I want to make something that evokes this feeling through jewelry of this big sky. So I started making that. Things like that. Keep your resources and things that you work with close by, your sketch pad, your beads, whatever it is. So at a moment's notice, when that creative kind of lightning strikes, you can jump right into it and begin it. So I know this ends up being multi-tiered and faceted and all over the place, but I'm really excited about today because we had such a beautiful snowfall and it's heavenly, and I'm excited to just go out walking. And I love walking in fresh snow that nobody's walked in before. So I'm like totally stoked to go do that. Really, really beautiful. I made a mini film over on IG because I was like, oh, the backyard just looked amazing. And the cats bonkers just ran right out into it like it was nothing. I was like, what is going on? Like, what universe do I live in where cats were like, give me all that snow? Baby jumped out. It was over her head, like the way that she jumped off where Ian had piled it. So funny. Like, I love cats and snow. It's ridiculous. So you guys know all over TikTok and everywhere, everybody's going to be posting all their little snow pics. So that is your Daily Pop, you guys. Love and light.